Hey everyone, welcome to Tent Talk, the Farmers Market podcast. This podcast is all about farmers markets. Whether you're a farmers market manager or a small farmer, food maker, or artisan selling at farmers markets, you have found just the right podcast.
I'm Catfield Swaite.
And I'm Bridget Myers. We're longtime farmers market managers, educators, and consultants. Get ready to catch up on all things farmers market pros with us. Today, we're talking about getting ready for National Farmers Market Week 2024. It's not too late, and it's definitely not too early to be making plans. It is just the right time.
Just the right time. It's the Goldilocks of times to be making plans.
That's right. Don't wait, like we always do.
We're not waiting this year. Today's episode of Tent Talk, the Farmers Market podcast, is supported by Square, helping small farmers, food makers, crafters, and market managers increase their incomes by making it easy to process sales on the street and in the tents. We use Square ourselves, both for selling shopping bags and t-shirts at our market info booths and for invoicing farmers and vendors online for space fees. The income you generate appears promptly in your bank account without spending time or money on end-of-day closeouts. Square's user-friendly system makes it easy to track inventory and payroll and generate clear reports. For more information on making bookkeeping easier and increasing your income with Square, click their logo on the resource page at farmersmarketpros.com.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Tent Talk. Today we are talking with Nino Budabin McQuown, PhD from the National Farmers Market Coalition about this year's National Farmers Market Week Toolkit. Whoop, whoop. Nino has joined us on the podcast before, back in 2022. We're old friends, and it is a pleasure to have them back on.
It's wonderful to be back. Thanks so much for having me, all.
Thanks for talking with us, Nino. So just for folks who may not know you, can you tell us a little bit briefly about how long you've been at Farmers Market Coalition, kind of what got you there and your current title, and what kind of projects do you lead there?
Absolutely, yeah. So I am now coming up on the end of my fourth year, working with Farmers Market Coalition, which is super exciting. It's really been a wonderful place to work for these last few years. And I've held a bunch of different roles, but I'm a project manager. That's my official title right now. And I have kind of continued to do throughout that time a lot of networking and connecting, and also editing and writing. So I work with resources, and those resources sort of include all of the people that we're connected with and the partners we're connected with. And getting farmers market managers connected to resources and to each other is really sort of how I see my work. So some of the projects that includes are working with CAT on the state and network leaders call that we do each month. Also working with flagship market operators on the flagship markets call, and other communities of practice. I do a lot of facilitation with farmers market operators, and then working on creating resources. For example, the Farm Direct Guide site that we built with the Nutrition Incentive Hub and the evaluation website that we're working on now.
Nice. It's great to be a project manager at a place with so many projects going all the time.
So many
Very
projects.
useful.
So many projects and so many toolkits. We'll get to that.
Yes.
Yes.
So just a brief history of National Farmers Market Week. When did National Farmers Market Week start? Aren't we coming up on a big year pretty soon?
We are. This is the 25th anniversary of National Farmers Market Week. So we're really excited to be celebrating that with farmers market operators all over the country and all over the world. And Farmers Market Week started in 1999, I think, was the first USDA proclamation. So all the way across the millennium. And we are coordinating National Farmers Market Week and have been for the past many years. So at FMC, that means providing resources for farmers markets to celebrate, and also just kind of making this into a coherent national celebration that all of the thousands of markets can participate in, and, really have this moment of coming together around what farmers market operators do and celebrating that.
It's just made it so much more cohesive when Farmers Market Coalition sort of wrapped their arms around it. Because, I don't know about you, but I don't actually sit around reading all the proclamations from the Secretary of Agriculture. Do you? Does anybody?
Read every single one.
Get out your morning coffee.
Yeah.
Pull out
Check
today's
to see.
proclamations.
That's right. So I feel like they've kind of put it into the mainstream and taught all of us how to get the word out, right?
That's right. So we love that this happened in 25 years. That's so awesome. What can you tell us, why is National Farmers Market Week so important? What's kind of like the pitch that we give?
Oh, man. Well, this is kind of the moment when we get to really celebrate and make visible all of the work that farmers market operators put into making farmers markets happen. We were talking about that slogan from a few years ago, farmers markets don't just happen, that really catches people's attention and catches I think what we know that people need to see about the work that farmers market operators do, which is so difficult and involves so many kinds of expertise and mastery. And everything from connecting people, event planning, space planning, keeping people safe while they're there, so many different aspects. And that work, as we often note, and I hear y'all note all the time, if it's going well, right, people don't see it. And so National Farmers Market Week is a moment to really celebrate that and make it visible and make the work that farmers markets do in their communities in connecting farmers and eaters visible, and give people a chance to really feel the joy of everything that creates in our communities. And it's also, I think, another aspect of that pitch. So joy is number one, but also, along with joy comes this opportunity to make that work visible in a way that can support the work that farmers market operators are doing all year long. So National Farmers Market Week is about that kind of ongoing work and celebration that happens at farmers markets throughout the year. So we hope that it can be kind of a flashpoint and a hook that farmers market operators can use to speak to whatever constituency it is that they feel like needs to hear from them in the given year, whether that's local politicians that need to be kind of aware of the work that the farmers market is doing in the community so that they can support it, or whether that is drawing in new customers or even specific new customer bases, letting local farmers in the area know that they exist and that they're here to support the work that farmers are doing, all of the constituencies that are part of farmers markets, making them happen, including volunteers. We've definitely heard from markets that can use National Farmers Market Week as a way to kind of bring in a volunteer base through this, kind of one moment of celebration and joy can get people to come to the market and see what a pleasure it is to be there, and use that as kind of an engine for connecting with them all year long.
Yeah, it sounds sort of official.
Right.
I think it's a good way to get people's attention. When you talk about politicians, we use it, of course, to get our mayors to proclaim things and come out to the market. And certainly this year, being a big campaign year, I imagine we'll see more of those folks out because they like to be connected to happy things.
Yes.
While they're running for various offices. But also on a national level, y'all managed to get a congressional recognition this year, right? In addition to the Secretary of Ag's proclamation.
Yeah, that's right. 2023 was the first year of congressional recognition of National Farmers Market Week. So that is super exciting. And, the word continues to spread.
Yep. Take us more seriously.
And I realized I left out one other important audience, which is sponsors. Of course, a lot of market operators use National Farmers Market Week as a way to gather sponsors, and it can be just a moment when everybody's looking, right? That's kind of one of the real draws of National Farmers Market Week is everybody's looking at farmers markets in that week. The hashtag is trending on social media. And so when everybody's looking, your sponsors want to be seen. And it's a great time to let your sponsors know they can be seen and bring them in.
Yeah, this would be a good time to kind of develop, take your sponsors from all year and say, and we're going to do this special thing for National Farmers Market Week. And for just a little bit more money, we can include you in this chance to be recognized and chance to be exposed to all of our shoppers who will be paying more attention because it's National Farmers Market Week.
Exactly.
Right?
What a perk.
Yeah. And I know that there were a lot of state proclamations last year. I want to say at least 20 last year, which was a lot. And I think all of us out here in farmers market world are trying to set a goal to make that be even more. Could we make it 50? Could we make it 52? Keep pushing it. And there's also some international collaboration now, right? Because World Farmers Market Coalition sort of jumped on in the last year or two.
Yeah, that's right. We're working with World Farmers Market Coalition. And so this is also the World Farmers Market Week in addition to the National Farmers Market Week.
Oh,
we're going for intergalactic farmers market week.
That's right. We got to get once Mars is happening and the moon.
Right.
Universal.
That's right. Got to make sure those little airtight farms are covered too as we're traveling out into space. So What are the 2024 dates for National Farmers Market Week, Nino?
It is always the first full week in August. So just saying that because, some of us love to plan really, really far ahead, and you can plan on this years in advance because it's always the first full week in August. So this year, that week is August 4th through 10th.
Okay, so it's always the first Sunday through the first Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Since we have a really big Saturday market, always cheat and start on the Saturday so that we're not old news by the time we get around to our market. So, and I believe somebody along the line, Ben Feldman, someone said, you go for it. Just celebrate whenever you want. Add on.
Good.
We do Farmers Market Week Eve.
That's right.
Yeah, so Farmers Market Week Eve. That's right. I was going to say in my official position, I can't condone that. But if Ben did it already, condone away.
Special permission.
Special
they just celebrate, weekend to weekend.
Yeah, that's right. Weekend to weekend. Yeah. We like to go with a 9-day weekend here. So
that's right.
Yeah.
It's the California way.
That's right. Absolutely.
Can you tell we're in SoCal?
So when should market managers start preparing for National Farmers Market Week?
Yes, tell us, Nino, because we're not good at
yesterday.
that.
Like I said, you could plan years in advance.
That's right.
As soon as you are able to start thinking about it, now is a great time. As markets are getting started, in their seasons, to be thinking about how, maybe your social media is building towards that moment, and thinking about, what you want to do well ahead of time is always a great thing to do. But we are hoping to make it possible for farmers market operators to plan months in advance. So this year, the toolkit has just come out, so it's out now, and you can all download it at the Farmers Market Coalition website. And so we've got some new features in it, and it's available for everyone.
It's just so helpful.
It is.
It's so great. You guys always do a great job putting so many resources and tools together in your toolkit, because, farmers markets are busy, and I always have these wild ideas where I'm going to get very creative and do all these special things for Farmers Market Week. But sometimes we're just super busy. It's a, busy summer season, and it's great to have all those tools just at my fingertips. So thank you for always doing that. And other market managers that are listening, whether you've been managing for a long time and done your own celebrations, or maybe this is your first August as a market manager, I definitely recommend checking that out and getting all those resources so you can have a great celebration. And yes, start planning as soon as this podcast is over.
That's right. The toolkit has a timeline in it, right? So it will tell you, no matter where you're jumping in, like how far in advance you have to do certain things. So should you be scrambling, or should you just start from where you are and go forward? But if you jump in now, it's out early this year. Last year was a little bit later.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you'll have time to, for instance, talking to politicians. A lot of times they schedule way in advance, and if you want to get them at the market that week, you got to start now.
Yep.
You got to get in touch with their scheduler, and press releases. If you're going to do any kind of long run media, like a glossy magazine, you need to get in touch now.
Yep.
Right on it. Yeah.
So what are some other things that the toolkit includes that you can tell us about, Nino?
Yeah. So the toolkit includes, and it has for quite some time, it's included facts that you can use to support your messaging. It includes theme information. It also has social media templates that you can use to support your social media. If you're celebrating online, in addition to in person, there is an advocacy toolkit as part of the National Farmers Market Week Toolkit. We sometimes joke that we are the National Toolkit Coalition, because we do want to make your job easier as farmers market operators.
I'm in on that joke. We hear that a lot.
Yeah. You really are.
Yeah, we like to try and make tools. So the toolkit within the toolkit is the advocacy toolkit, and that offers some great templates for getting in touch with those representatives and legislators and municipal politicians, so that you have a place to start with that outreach. And it could also be useful for sponsorships as well. And this year, we've got a few new features, and that's going to include a new messaging section. And also, one of the things that I'm really excited about, I had the opportunity to work with rural farmers market operators and talk with them about some of the challenges that exist in celebrating National Farmers Market Week when you're a rural market, as well as some of the opportunities that being in communities of that kind really make possible. For example, like this can really be a celebration that brings a whole community together. in a rural community. And that's so exciting and something that people really look forward to. And so we are putting together a special section that kind of addresses rural farmers market operators and brings some of the wisdom that we gathered in limited community practice to bear on that. So that's going to be a new section this year. We are excited about the expanded timeline for people to prepare with the resources that are in the toolkit, just getting to start a little bit earlier, as you were mentioning, Kat. And then we've also got some new examples for social media posts that folks can use. And just to say, you know, talking about like, should you be scrambling or anything like that, any way that you celebrate is awesome. Like, obviously, it's so much fun when there's, you know, the capacity to like have bands or, you know, the many, many iterations of vegetable themed contests that we've seen throughout the years in National Farmers Market Week. There have been zucchini tosses. There have been corn shucking contests. I cannot even imagine all of the different permutations.
Bobbing for tomatoes. That's what I'm going for.
Tomatoes.
Oh, that sounds very messy. And I would be so good at that, I just want to say.
Yes. And then after that, we'll make pasta sauce.
That's right.
It'll be all
There we go. I hope the health department's not listening.
That's right.
Yeah. You got to really boil that.
Yeah. Boil the heck out of it. So,
yeah, but we also sometimes, you know, folks celebrate online only if that's the capacity that you have, and, you know, get into it at the level that you're ready on the timeline that you have. So we want you to join regardless of where you are in your planning.
For
That's
sure.
good.
I think it was a great lesson. I think we talked about this in 2020 when it was like we didn't have capacity or bandwidth for anything extra, and there wasn't a lot of room for bringing folks together, bringing special people out to the market. It was very much discouraged. But it was nice because everyone really celebrated in their own way anyway. You know, just making a post on social media and saying, hey, it's National Farmers Market Week. We appreciate you, our shoppers. We're so grateful for our farmers and our vendors. Like, what's one thing that you love about the market? And then just seeing some comments roll in on that. I mean, that's such a great celebration. Or just hanging a sign in your info booth. Like, that's such a great way to celebrate your market and just bring some attention to the work that everybody does to make it happen every week. So it doesn't have to be a big glitzy thing. And believe me, I have gone many a year where I'm, you know, thinking about scrambling and then I don't even scramble. And then all of a sudden it's here and we have a great celebration anyway. So whatever level you're at, good reminder.
Temporary tattoos can make up for a lot.
You know, they just heal the world.
The temporary tattoos will be back, right?
Yes.
Because we love those. We love farmers markets. Yes, those are always a favorite.
Definitely.
Is there a theme this year? Do we have a theme, a new theme, an old theme?
So we do have several old themes as part of the toolkit as on offer. But actually this year, one of the things we were hearing from farmers market operators is like a desire to get support in talking about their own markets and the things that, you know, and really emphasizing what's great about their market and issues that are of importance to the communities that each particular market is serving. And, you know, we always have encouraged that. But this year, you know, we're really kind of making that the rule that, like, create the theme that is going to be most useful to your community and most useful to the constituencies that you want to speak to using your National Farmers Market Week. Because we want to celebrate and we want this to be of use to farmers market operators. That said, FMC does have a theme that we're going to be talking about and that we're going to be championing through this particular celebration. So we've had this national slogan we've asked everyone to use. And this is really just about kind of putting that back in the hands of members with the feedback that we've gotten. And this year, we're going to be reflecting on the ways that farmers markets have really been there for people, for everyone, and are leading the way to the future, to really making the future that we all want.
So farmers markets are leading the way.
That's one permutation of that. And, you know, thinking when folks are thinking about kind of the history and the progress that the history of the farmers market, the progress that you see it helping to create, how and why did your market start? Thinking about who are the leaders in your market, who's really, you know, kind of the engine behind your market, who's championing it. Whether that's community organizers or vendors or customers or you know, some coalition of all of them. And how is your market really shaped by the needs of your community and looking ahead to how those needs can be served in the future? So thinking about the past and the future of farmers markets, and farmers markets are leading the way, is definitely one great way to say that, and one of the ways we probably will be saying it. So yeah.
Well, we're going to be listening in for all the ways it's being said
Yes.
everywhere.
We love those.
How do you see farmers and vendors participating in National Farmers Market Week?
Well, one great way, I mean, that we've definitely seen plenty of is just showcasing the vendors and farmers at your market. It can be such a wonderful opportunity to let your vendors tell their story, and allow that to connect customers with, who it is that they're shopping from. Obviously, know your farmer was kind of one of the OG slogans of farmers markets. And one of the things that really draws people to those spaces is the ability to have those connections. So it's a great moment to tell those stories.
And the farmers themselves, are we just kind of encouraging our farmers and vendors to kind of pick up the themes that we're using and share on social media and amplify and all that? Because I know a lot of our listeners are not just market operators, but the actual farmers and the food makers that are in our market.
I mean, we've seen farmers and vendors at our markets. They love those tattoos, of course, so they'll give them out at their booths or have some kind of special deal for the week, or a special product. And it just is a nice time for them to also feel recognized. So they, I feel like, have been very willing to share that message and to join in the celebration fully, because they're also doing like this very hard work to make farmers markets happen. We organize them, but it doesn't happen without them. And it kind of just brings us all together in kind of cohesive group. So yeah, it's been great to see. I feel like every year we see vendors and farmers get in on the action with that as well.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. And we see, so many of the farmers at any given farmers market will have social media followings of their own and a lot of folks to share it with. We've also seen another really great way that we've seen farmers get celebrated is through sometimes operators will hold like a raffle and collect items from many of the farmers in the market, including prepared foods and value-added items. And the winner of that raffle then gets to like taste and try everything, and it's on display at the info booth. So it gives folks a chance to really see what some of those products are and maybe something that they haven't tried before. And they're like, oh, I just found my new favorite jam or caramel sauce. So it's another great way.
That's a great thing to do. We did that when we hit like a certain amount of followers on social media, just did some like basket giveaways. And it's always just a great way for folks to find new products and farm goods they like, and just also engage customers in the whole kind of celebration of whatever it is you're celebrating. So that's a great idea to do for Farmers Market Week as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So have you heard from, you talk to operators all the time, Nino, have you heard anything in particular from markets about what they've gained from participating in National Farmers Market Week?
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, we've heard about relationships that have been built, moments of breakthrough where farmers market operators have been kind of trying to connect with whether it's a partner or a municipal representative, for many years. And this has really provided the in that they've needed to make that happen. A farmers market operator inviting a local politician to visit the market and having that be the beginning of a relationship that lasts for years. So we hear about those kind of starting of beautiful relationships all the time.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I feel like one of our mayors came out to one of our markets that we'd been trying to get for a long time, but somehow he finally kind of got the message that, oh, this is a thing that everybody talks about all over the country. Maybe I should tie into this and attach to this demographic, which is kind of, the demographic of people that eat. There's a lot of lot of voters, sir.
People in your community that are grocery shopping.
Right. Yeah. It's a niche.
It's a niche market.
Yeah. Unacquired taste.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So we're just wondering if there are any big plans afoot, maybe promoting the idea of National Farmers Market Year in the future. We're championing that one.
Every year.
We're promoting that.
Yeah. It's always Farmers Market Year.
That's right.
It's certainly always Farmers Market Week.
That's right. That's what we always say, too. We're like, it's nice to have a special week to celebrate, but we always say when we're promoting our markets during Farmers Market Week, every week is Farmers Market Week. But this is a special nationally recognized week, so let's jump in and celebrate.
Once we get the Martians in on it, though, we're going to have to figure
right.
out the timing for that.
What do their calendars look like? We don't know.
Time zone issues, I feel like, to deal with. What day of the week starts off the week on Mars? That's the question, right? Anything else we should have asked you, Nino, about what's new and exciting at Farmers Market Coalition related to Farmers Market Week?
We're just really excited to have these new aspects of the toolkit and to keep developing that and bringing in the tools that people are asking for. So, we love to hear from members, and we love to hear from farmers market operators, and, the things that are useful to you and the things that you want to see us making available to the whole community. we want to do that. So if you have a great celebration experience, if you have something that really worked, something that you think would work better if you had a little bit more support on it, then let us know, because we really, want this to be Farmers Market Operators celebration, Farmers Market Operators Toolkit. And this doesn't happen, and it doesn't matter without the farmers market operators who are putting in the work of planning it, and bringing their communities together to celebrate it. So it is we're hoping to coordinate and support you in the work that you're doing to make this a special week and a moment when people see farmers markets for the incredible places that they are.
Yep. So how do they get the toolkit?
So they go to the Farmers Market Coalition website, which is farmersmarketcoalition.org. And you can see under programs, we've got National Farmers Market Week, and you can go to that page and download the toolkit. But we'll also be shouting it from the rooftop. So if you are a follower of our newsletter, if you're signed up for our newsletter, if you follow us on social media at FMC.org, you can find it that way. And you'll be able to see it in our stories, and we're telling you about it everywhere we can. So
that's great.
I love it.
We'll be using it. We'll be cracking open that toolkit this week. Thank you so much, Nino, for talking to us about that.
Thanks so much, Nino. And thanks for all the work that you do.
Thanks so much.
To make our jobs easier.
Definitely. Well, thanks for having me, all.
Thank you. Bye, Nino. See ya.
Bye.
Of course, every week is Farmers Market Week around here. Still, we love the excitement of knowing everyone at markets across the country is celebrating together during that week in August, and we love the opportunity to make even more people aware of the advantages of shopping local and supporting small farmers and small businesses. Get ready right now, and let's make National Farmers Market Week 2024 the biggest and best yet.
Thanks for listening today, and big thanks to Square for helping farmers market participants and managers increase their income and reduce their stress, and for supporting Tent Talk, the Farmers Market podcast, and the Intense Conference. To sign up for easy credit card processing on-site at markets and simple invoicing back at your desk, just click the Square logo on the resource page at farmersmarketpros.com.
Thanks for listening to Tent Talk today. Please leave us a review on your podcast app or wherever you listen to Tent Talk. Let us and others know how you're enjoying the podcast. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode of Tent Talk. Connect with fellow farmers market folks in our private Facebook group, the Farmers Market Pros Community, and follow us on Instagram at Farmers Market Pros. Find online education and other resources at farmersmarketpros.com. Tent Talk is brought to you by Farmers Market Pros, where passion meets profit. Tent Talk is hosted by Kat Fields-White and Bridget Myers and produced by Leandra Hayes, with original music by David Mead. Tune in next week for another great episode.